I really like Obsession. I've always said that comedy and horror are two sides of the same coin. Both are trying to elicit very specific emotions from you. Both comedy and horror are fun, and it's easy to make someone laugh or scare someone, which is why there's so many comedy and horror movies. But it's also why there's so many bad comedy and horror movies. It's a little hard to make it land. You have to be pretty deliberate with your choices. Someone that understands comedy well will always be good at making good horror, and I fully believe it can go the other way around too. Curry Barker, the director of Obsession, has a background in comedy. Very slight spoilers throughout this short because I need to gush a little about some of the scenes. The scary parts were so well done. Creepy. The initial scene in the car, right when he makes the wish, wow, so damn good. The horror works well on many levels. Real world grounded very specific fears. You fear for Bear's safety. You fear for whatever the hell Nikki has been subject to. You also fear for their friends unwillingly throw into all of this. It's a monkey paw wish premise, which never gets old to me. You can easily mess it up, but when it's well done, it really works. The movie doesn't rely on jump scares, and when they're used, they feel very earned. It leans more on being creepy. I like how you can see Nikki in the background a lot of the time. She's often not in focus. You can barely make her out, but you know she's there. The actor that played Nikki did a great job. Good face acting has been rare for some decades now. You can convey a lot with just facial emoting. You get involved with the small cast quickly, despite there not much really going on. Real world human issues everyone's dealing with, even though there's supernatural things afoot. Some Che lore real quick. I'm pro to obsessing over things. I know how it feels to fixate on something. Over the years, I've managed to calm it down a bit, but I know how it feels to have obsessions take over your life. However, I was never obsessed over a real world person, but excuse my humble brag here, I've always been popular, and while that may sound cool, it's made me a very paranoid person from a very early age. It made it hard for me to trust anyone. Oftentimes I meet a person that knows everything about me, but I've never seen them, and I don't even know their name. The part where Nikki is wearing his clothes brings back specific memories. There was one time I had this really cool hat that I loved, and this girl took it from me and kept wearing it to school. I didn't want to play whatever mind game she was running, so I just let her keep it. I lost like 3 hoodies to that same behavior. Being obsessed makes you miss things. There's several moments Bear is totally oblivious to things because he's obsessed. They seem so obvious to us, the viewers, but when you're locked in the tunnel, you won't see it. Oh, Bear is the main character. Really well done depiction of a nice guy, not over the top, similar to how they depicted Nikki. You only hear her at first over the phone. You, the viewer, have to envision her, but you see how Bear is enamored with her, obsessed. When you do see her, she's almost manic pixie trope-like, but she's believable, which is a good contrast with Nega Nikki, his real world fears and horrors but cranked up to max levels. I love how flippantly Bear makes the wish. It's a good, I guess, allegory for how people like him go about their lives and choices, never thinking of the ramifications of their actions.
Consequences.
I made the mistake of looking at comments of this movie, a fair for our society. Most of the people commenting are self-reporting. This movie is for sure going after the incels, conservatives, and tri-wife culture. If you're mad about how the male lead is portrayed, or if you think Nikki is legit the villain of the movie, then you need to take a moment and do some self-reflecting. This movie probably scared those people harder because the mirror was pressed up to their noses.